The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah! Go Cowboys!
This is the Players Lounge, broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star. Now your hosts, Barry Church, Danny McCray, and Newy Scruggs.
Okay, 1:30.
That audio, don't they?
1:30 on a Wednesday afternoon, Hump Day, Survivor Day. Danny McCray, Barry Church, they're not here for this special edition of the Players Lounge. We have mixed things up, so we've decided to keep it the Players Lounge. We've got still two free agents. These guys have won Super Bowls.
Just one with gray hair.
They got Super Bowls.
I got gray.
Nate Newton,
That's
Everson
very true.
Walls, filling in. I've got my team, Danny. Survivor.
Okay.
Shannon got mine up in the office and wouldn't bring it down.
Oh, what's up?
Shannon
What's
got mine, so I'm on my team Survivor too.
So it's Survivor 41.
Okay.
Airs tonight, 7 p.m. on CBS. Our guy Danny McCray is on the show.
Nice.
So we support.
Check that out.
Yeah, we bought shirts and we support them. So every Wednesday,
What's your shirt?
Church.
But Shannon wouldn't bring it down.
Oh, okay.
Shannon Gross wouldn't bring it down
So
my
we
shirt.
already know who won, right?
So no, we don't.
We don't. He can't reveal it.
Yeah, he knows. He just can't say.
Yeah,
Right.
I guess I ain't into it.
You don't get paid. You
I
don't-
keep asking him if he gonna get butt naked. He said I'm on the wrong show. So,
The what is it? Naked and Afraid?
yeah, so
Naked and Afraid, yes.
so I'm on the wrong show anyway. So hey, I hope he wins.
You watched that show, Naked and Afraid?
Nah, I just heard that.
Yeah, it's
Well,
weird.
Jimmy Johnson did it.
Naked and Afraid?
No,
Yeah.
Survivor.
Survivor. Yeah, they was too scared. They would have been afraid if Jimmy would have got naked.
Jimmy probably had gray hair everywhere, right?
Yeah, that's why they would have been afraid. Go ahead home, Newy. Take this show back over, man.
I'm sorry, Newy. Let's get back on.
Players Lounge brought to you by Hotels.com. I'm Newy Scruggs along with Nate Newton and Everson Walls. We are going to take you for the next 45 minutes right here. Damontae Kazee arrested early Tuesday morning at 3 a.m. in the Colony. A traffic violation, ended up failing a sobriety field test. He's arrested. Mike McCarthy had said on Monday to the media, hey, I told our guys, be safe, be smart. I feel that we can trust our guys. We have a good group. And hours later, KZ goes out and
Oh, man.
KZ is a free agent, safety on a one-year deal.
Reminds me of the 90s. It's the 90s.
So, gentlemen, how does the locker room deal with something like this?
I think in our day, now it's different these days, but in our day, that was something that was kind of the norm. I mean, you're looking at a team, they called us South America's team in Washington. So, it wasn't like it was anything new. Nowadays, we're a little bit more politically correct, in this society, especially with this team in the NFL. When you're talking about DUIs, you're talking about the dangers that you pose to the public, obviously. Nothing you can dismiss on a practical level. It is what it is. He made a mistake, and I'm just hoping it doesn't affect forget about what's going on the field. I'm hoping it doesn't affect him too much off the field. I don't know what his situation's like at home, but I know that no one wants to hear, hey, honey, I'm in jail. I won't be out till tomorrow afternoon. Something like that. That's not what you want for your family. You certainly don't want it for this season.
Nate?
Believe it or not, it's a part of life. And whether you like it or not, it happens to the best of us. So I'm with Everson. You take care of home first, whatever that home is. You call your coach and you make sure everything is right there. But if there's something where we should just condemn this kid, I don't know his history.
Yeah.
If his history is this, okay, that's one thing. If his history is not this and it's an honest mistake, pray no one got hurt, pray nobody was disrespected, let this kid come on back to work and prove who he really is.
Exactly. Because I see a leader.
That's just how I feel.
I see a leader on the field. I don't know what he's like. I'm just like,
Yeah.
I don't know Kazee at all.
Right.
I'm just hoping that, this is not in his history and hoping it's just an aberration.
Because I've been that person. Not once, but twice, maybe 3-4 times. So I've been that person.
That's why I said
I would
sounds
not
like the
condemn.
90s. Yeah.
I would not condemn. It's more to
You
life.
turned out okay.
Yeah, man. A lot of rehab. A lot of spiritual rehab.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
So I see it yesterday, and the first word that comes to my head is really? Mm-hmm. Really?
Yeah.
And I say that because the NFL's got programs. You can call somebody.
Yeah.
You can call somebody. So there's absolutely no excuse.
And now these days, you've got Uber, Lyft.
I love it how you say that, Newy, but it's going to always be that.
And that was the next thing I was going to say.
Yeah.
Look,
we have more options. We didn't have an option. We could have called a buddy, if they would come get us, depending on what time it is. But
Man, I had people try to say
you
the
can
keys.
call it anytime.
I don't have people try to say the keys. You can get beat to death trying to. One thing I'm not going to be. One thing I'm not is I got to keep it real. I'm so happy this kid didn't hurt nobody.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
That's
so
the main
happy he
thing.
didn't hurt himself.
Yeah.
I'm hope things are right at the crib. I hope things are right with the Dallas Cowboys. But we gotta wait and see.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if things come back and they totally different, then we had a right, thanks to football being fluent and sports being fluent, we had a right to change our minds. But me, I probably won't change my mind. If this kid has a terrible history, then I may say, "Oh man, we knew this. This could possibly happen."
Does he?
But if
Does
he
he
has
know
a
of
great
anything?
history,
I have not heard that.
that's what I'm saying. If he has a great history, he made a grave mistake. Especially ain't no good time to do this. But brother, you winning for the Dallas Cowboys, and them fans don't want to hear.
Yeah, they do not want to hear. And you talk about the locker room. We're going to support him.
Yeah.
So in the locker room, we're going to support him. If he has a history, especially if he has a history, we're really going to support him.
Right.
But if it's just a one-time thing, guys going to be clowning him a little bit.
Yeah.
They're going to clown him a little bit. Of course, putting aside the danger to the public, and we talked about all of that.
Yeah.
No danger. What could have happened didn't happen. Thank God.
Right.
He's here now. We're dealing with the present. You're going to get clowned.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
We're going to joke with you. We're going to make sure that we're going to let you know, all right, we know what happened. Okay. We're not going to hold it against you for now. Let's just dap up and let's keep it moving.
But what you got to pray for now is the other 60 guys. Oh, it wasn't me. Mm-hmm. So now everybody get closed in. Go into your man cave. Go into your family cave. Go on your trip. And now Uber, what is it? Uber? How you pronounce it?
Uber.
That's your lifestyle. That's your lifestyle.
Yeah.
That's your lifestyle.
Don't make that mistake again.
You got enough money
better now. Yes.
Yeah, you got enough money because I remember one time I got one of those. And then for the next month, everybody was, hey, man, just call it. We're going to call them.
Yeah, we got cab fare.
We had cab fare. We took that thing all the way to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Right, we took the limos right on out to the Super Bowl.
Why not?
No more problems.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
People killed us for it, but we did it.
Why not?
Because we made a mistake.
That's it.
So you made the mistake.
If you know how you want to get down,
yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. Be ready for it.
I was just talking with somebody who was planning. They're planning a Friday night.
Right.
And they already said, you know what? Got the Uber because we're going out and I'm drinking. Okay, cool. And that's the thing, man. Nobody's condemning your ability to want to go out and have a good time. You're going to be off the rest of the week and you want to go ahead. But, man, just if you know you want to go out there, just get some help.
Thank God I didn't
Pick
have
up the
that
phone
much time off.
Oh,
no, that's
I wouldn't have made it back.
The way the schedule is now, our CBA was horrible compared to what it is now. I couldn't believe the time they get off. They get like veteran moments. They get veteran days.
I can hear.
You ever have a veteran day?
I can hear Jimmy now. Has anybody seen Nate? Has anybody seen Michael Irvin? The last we saw, they was jumping in the limo together. Nate following Mike into the limo. Can we?
That's a good one. Has
Coach Wise and Coach Ray, Coach Hubbard.
Coach Hub.
Can y'all go find y'all players?
R.I.P. man.
Jimmy, you know Mike can be anywhere.
He gonna wave his hands. He gonna walk off. Don't ask me. Oh, that's a good one.
So I'm just saying how good these players have it, and with more responsibility is more responsibility.
Yeah.
Because coaches didn't leave it. I listened to Mick and they doing their things earlier, your partner, and we just didn't get that time off because unstructured time is the killer of all athletes.
Yeah. Idle time.
Yeah.
Devil's plaything.
Yeah, and boy, we played with the devil.
All right, let's move on.
When you win, you can play with the devil.
Yeah.
Both of your teams won a whole lot. All right, we got Everson Walls, Nate Newton, Players Lounge. I'm Newy Scruggs. Dak Prescott, NFC Offensive Player of the Week, 445 yards, passing 3 touchdowns. In Bill Belichick's illustrious career, which has produced 6 Super Bowls, guy you once played for in Cleveland, nobody's ever thrown for that many yards on Bill Belichick. Dak Prescott did. NFC Player of the Week, the 4th time in his career that he has done that.
That's all?
So
4 times.
Look, when you start looking into Cowboy history, I think Staubach had it 4 and Aikman might have had 5 or flipped. But 5 is the most that Cowboy quarterbacks ever had in their careers.
Talking about 500 yards?
No, 5 Player of the Week, NFC Player of the Week honors. So Dak's so Dak is sitting up here with 4, and he's been in the league since 2016, and so that's pretty impressive, especially considering last year.
I guess because we've seen so many 400-plus yards passing, but usually when he does that, we're losing.
And to do it against Belichick, I think that's the other thing that goes in there. Is like, this is not a guy. This is not his thing.
And you go into Boston, so it wasn't just the.
So why when people say Boston, they just can't say Boston? Why do they have to be problems say Boston? What?
I say Foxborough.
Yeah, I say Attleboro.
Attleboro, is that where it is? Attleboro?
Attleboro is outside of Foxborough. I got you there, didn't I?
Y'all got me.
Leave that man alone.
Yeah, y'all got
Leave that man alone.
But no.
He can't defend himself.
But don't this tell you how small the rankings is we did yesterday? About what this
you mean
in
weight, small in weight. Yeah.
You know, these power rankings we did yesterday.
Okay.
Now today we hear this right here. Mm-hmm. So automatically
it changes
every day.
Yeah,
it's so fluent, man.
It is.
It just So
when Kyler was 5-0,
thank you.
They were saying, "Hey, this is the guy."
Right.
2-0 with Josh Allen. Oh, he's Buffalo. This is the guy. You know, of course, with Brady against the Cowboys. Oh, he's the guy again. Yeah. So Aaron Rodgers, he's back. He's the guy. So
Speaking of rankings, Rick Gosselin, Hall of Fame writer, came out with his, and so Rick's rankings are. Arizona 1, Cardinals are undefeated. It's got the Rams 2, Tampa Bay 3, Cowboys 4, Buffalo 5, Baltimore 6.
See that's how you do it. You see how my man, him and ESPN, wow. Well, I want to know your personal rankings because I respect you so much.
They're top 5. I mean, it's just however you want to put them into the Cowboys right now, top 5 team.
I could give it that. That sounds about as close
that's right.
as anything there. That really does sound. I still wouldn't necessarily put the Rams up that high.
You don't know what you're looking at, Walls. No, I got a great respect for you.
I've seen the Rams. I like it, but we're not. First of all, I don't want to put somebody down to elevate someone else.
Right.
So I'm just saying. In regards to that elite class, Rams still in that elite class. I think only because they took that misstep this season. Once again, I say it again, Cowboys haven't taken a misstep, and those missteps they've taken, they still won the games. With Tampa Bay, to me, that game was taken from them. So as far as I'm concerned, they had no flat game that they couldn't overcome. So I don't give it above Arizona. I could definitely give it. I'll give them above the Rams. I would put the Rams. I would switch the Rams down, bring Tampa up. Cowboys right behind them.
Let me say, Rams beat Tampa.
I understand that.
Let me say this. Let me say
the Rams also, like I said, they still took their misstep.
And the only misstep was to Arizona, who's won.
Right.
So to me, sitting Rams at 2,
and that's probably why Gosselin did it that way.
Let me say this, fellas.
Say it, Nate.
As long as it's a number 99. Okay, fellas. Okay, this is a game changer. See, if D-Law can come back, or if Randy Gregory elevates. See, I like the back end of almost everybody. But when you have sitting in the middle of your defense, this guy makes every defensive end get paid more money. Number 99. He makes every linebacker that lead that team get more money. Or DB that comes to his team get more money because they can do everything they want to do physically and mentally. We don't have that guy on defense yet. That's why I just won't go over there. Now, Diggs, That's special, man. And I'm not going to ever take nothing away from this kid. What he's doing is all world. I've never seen him since you, because I've always been a Cowboys fan, so I know about you. But who is that monster that's lurking?
Okay. I see what you're saying about Donald. I love him. Okay?
Right.
And by the way, I don't know what Martin Mayhew did in Detroit when he had Ndamukong Suh's contract expiring and they didn't want Nick Fairley back. Mm-hmm. They passed on Aaron Donald to draft tight end Eric Ebron.
Mm-hmm. Right.
One of the greatest things. You've got a glaring need.
Ebron's not even there now.
No, he's in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
But when you mention Aaron Donald and what he does, Nate, guy's a unicorn. There's nobody else. Nobody else in the league is running out that. I mean, that when you talk about a Warren Sapp, Joe Green, John Randall type,
right?
There's not enough. Nobody else can run out that defensive
Reggie
formation
White.
and say, right.
Yeah.
Okay,
But see, that ain't my problem. That ain't my problem.
All you're saying is we don't have that one.
Right. And what I'm trying to say is that's everybody else in the league.
Right. Everybody's got that.
Everybody
But
else
that's
in the league
why.
has got
But
the
that's
same
the only
issue.
reason I keep harping on the Rams. I like Stafford. And I think with the mind of this coach, I like it. If they ever can get that one, they're looking for a running back. The Rams are looking for a healthy running back. And if they ever find him, the doors, you can blow the doors off this, man.
Okay.
What about Jalen Ramsey?
He's special.
Yeah, he is.
And now he extra special.
Yeah, he is.
Because he got a coach. His defensive back coach and defense
Putting
challenges
him anywhere he wants to put
and they
him.
challenges him saying, like Belichick
And he
used
has
to do,
accepted that challenge.
He said, look at here. We're going to do it your way. But if you slip, then you got to do it my way.
Right.
So he's doing everything in his power not to be able to have to go do
right.
it his way.
They are using him. A lot of
Yeah.
people sleeping on him, Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah, he nice.
One of the defensive players of the year.
He nice.
What do you think?
What's on your mind?
You talking
We
about
see
Diggs?
it.
You mean
No,
versus Diggs?
when you say sleeping on, I don't know how anybody can sleep on him.
Well, you know what? I guess because he's so quiet over there, not getting the pick.
He ain't taking-
Diggs
yeah.
has overshadowed him in regards to numbers. But like you said, a lot of people don't realize that he has been lining up in many more places than he's lined up before. He's being utilized like
And
he's never
tackling.
been utilized before.
And tackling. He's coming up, forcing issues. So he
ain't like me going at the legs. No, he's going to torso. Yeah, he's going to torso.
By the time we're here in October, season's going to end second week in January. So by the time we get there, the resume will be laid out for the whole season for him. And in the way the Rams are playing right now, this is a team that you can expect to be in contention for that. I'm arguing they're going to be in contention for one of the top one or two seeds in the NFC. So I just think over time, a guy like Ramsey, great players over time, they rise.
Yes.
So I'm not worried about his standing. I mean, I think we all know how good he is.
So you like Ramsey too then?
Oh, he's an outstanding player. I mean, I'm sorry. The Rams themselves. Yes.
You like the
yes. It's good,
Rams at 2. You like them at 2?
I got no issue with this one.
Gotcha.
I'm telling you, man.
One-loss team. The only loss was to Arizona, who's in the division. I don't have an issue with that. And then you got Tampa Bay at 3. They beat Tampa Bay. So no issues with that at all right now. So we're looking at October.
I didn't believe in Rams at the beginning of the year. I didn't believe because I didn't see Stafford. I did not see him, man.
Yeah. I never thought he would be a problem.
Wow. But I know that this coach, if he can find his running back, that's when he is his most dangerous. That's why golf lasted so long, because he always had a running back.
Right.
But once those running backs got kind of scarce and he depended on his quarterback, he fell apart on him.
Todd Gurley. What the heck happened? Todd Gurley.
Actually, nothing really happened. Everson, he came into the league with an arthritic knee. Right.
Yeah,
and so they drafted him high, they kept him as fresh, and then they made the mistake of paying him that record contract.
And then didn't he have off-season surgery?
So no sooner than they gave him the money, he started to break down. And that's on the Rams. I mean, the Rams have handed out really
the
two
Panthers
bad
finna
contracts from paying Gurley all that money and paying Goff. They made mistakes. But that's what was happening there is he shouldn't have got a second contract. Maybe franchise the guy, but a second contract was something that they probably should not have done. But they did. They did. And they went to a Super Bowl with him. So I'm going to say that.
Yeah.
For all the things that people want to bang on Goff and Gurley about, the team got to a Super Bowl. Unfortunately, Goff misses was it Cooks in the end zone? Anyway, you throw that.
He cheated the Saints anyway, so don't even worry.
So,
all right, so I'm going to do what a lot of media does. I hate, but I'm doing it anyway.
Save it. We got to take a break. Let's take a break. When we come back,
yes, sir.
Everson's going to say something.
I hope it means something.
Got something to say. Got something to say.
I
can't drop it. Can't drop it.
Everson Walls, Newy Scruggs. This is DallasCowboys.com radio.
Can't drop it.
Honey, big news.
Gary, are you okay?
Oh, I'm not Gary anymore. I'm Jackie Flash.
What?
See, I want the latest smartphone, but the best deals are only for new customers. So, to get a new customer deal, I changed my name to Jackie Flash.
Okay, but the best smartphone deals at AT&T are for everyone, new and existing customers.
That's huge. Then guess who's getting a deal?
Is it Jackie Flash?
Jackie Flash.
It's not complicated. At AT&T, our best smartphone deals are for everyone. Restrictions apply. Visit att.com for details.
The Cowboys way, where 16 Hall of Famers and 5 championships shows us what success looks like. Where turkey is always the second best part of Thanksgiving Day. Where we are all defined by one single thing, the star. Where we as fans know it's our job to keep the tradition going. Bank of America is proud to be the official bank of the Dallas Cowboys and to support the quest of living life the Cowboys way.
Copyright 2020, Bank of America Corporation.
Hey Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
It's game day. You know what that means. First, kebab prep. Steak, pepper, onion, steak, pepper, onion. Next, a counterclockwise lap around the room. Now the lucky grease-stained jersey goes on. And lastly, the dance. You know the one. This is a game day ritual no matter where you are. Whether you're traveling to the game or watching from your favorite vacation spot, book a place to stay on Hotels.com and keep the tradition alive and well. Hotels.com, proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Hey, get the ultimate fan experience for the ultimate Cowboys fan. Join Dallas Cowboys United, presented by Globe Life, starting at just $20. Join now and get your fan pack, exclusive benefits, and more. Visit DallasCowboys.com/United for details and join today. You're the Players Lounge, brought to you by Hotels.com, our final Players Lounge show of the week. We've mixed things up here for the final 2 days of the week. Nate Newton, 3-time Super Bowl winner. Everson Walls, Super Bowl winner. And I'm Newy Scruggs. Everson's got something to say. Take it away.
I was going to say, if the Cowboys would have beaten the Bucs and continued along this same pace, who's number one?
For as what?
Who's the number one ranking as far as teams?
Everson, don't ask that question.
You already know.
This dude, see, I knew it was going to be something meaningless.
You already know.
Come on, man.
I hear this all the time on Sports Talk Radio. What if this? What if? Well, what if then? Let's do it here. What if?
I tell you what, man.
I tell you what.
Stephen A. would have took a sabbatical.
No, Stephen A. would have been all on this. He would have had the perfect answer. So who's got that perfect answer? You talking about Tampa? Obviously, Tampa would have 2 losses. I'm talking if everything would have gone the same. Would you rank the Cowboys ahead of?
Because they are the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
That's what would have happened. Mm-hmm. And you think about in these, okay, you're 5-1. Your first game was the first game of the year on Sunday Night Football, so the ratings were absolutely bonkers. You played a Monday Night Football game. Everybody saw it. Just last week, this was the CBS game of the week with New England. Week before, Giants game. They had Troy Aikman and Joe Buck there. Giants ain't no good, but still,
Carolina was the only game where we had Greg Olsen was doing the game. We played at noon.
And they just cut doing him a favor.
Right.
They just doing Greg a favor.
So they're out there. I mean, the Cowboys keep all these. You mentioned Stephen A. Smith. The Cowboys keep him in business. He's true. Now decided to make the Cowboys a part of his bit because
he comes to town. He's got his cowboy hat on. It's a whole thing.
It's the most popular team, so he's just going to be the anti-villain.
And now Michael Irvin, Michael Monday or some crap.
And then Shannon.
And then
Shannon hates us.
And then you had, but see, go back into this. Shannon does it, where Stephen A. did it because they're both working with Skip. because Skip Bayless decided he wanted to be the Cowboy homer. So then, okay, you can't have two homers.
He left and became a homer.
You know, right. But so you
when he was here, he wasn't a homer. When he left, he became a homer. That's
because guess what? It's good for business. It's
good for business.
I tell people all the time about those shows. I'm like, look, I understand the mentality of what goes into this. This is show business. Some people, you hear this? I'm like, no, I didn't. I didn't watch because it's a show.
It's just show business.
It is a show. It is show business. And so look at how they're positioned themselves. Skip, I'm all about the Cowboys. Shannon, fine, I'm going to blow up the Cowboys. Same thing with Stephen A. So this is what they're doing. If there were 6-0, of course they're 1.
Over Arizona. Everything he mentioned, every publication.
Let me ask you this. You watched an Arizona game this year?
I have not.
Okay.
I watched bits and pieces.
I have not.
But you haven't watched a game?
I have not.
Okay. Have they been on national TV?
They have not.
Nah, they'll make a run in the second half if they can maintain because the national media don't believe yet.
Right. So
they don't believe yet.
So just looking here.
Well, they believe, but they're ready for someone to change their minds because they're giving them love.
So Arizona's got a Thursday night game coming up in Week 8.
Didn't they beat the Rams?
They've got a Monday night game against the Rams. They've got a Thursday night, a Saturday. They got a Saturday game against Indianapolis. So right now, I don't see them on Sunday Night Football at all here. So just that kind of that coverage you need.
Well, they're not the Cowboys, but they didn't make the playoffs last year.
Right, but that's just what you need when people look at this stuff. They are going to vote with
what
it's like a stock, man.
Yeah.
You people, Coke.
Yeah.
The brand names that people know, those are always going to get that, and then of course.
I'd be shocked if the Arizona-Dallas game doesn't get flexed.
Oh, you know that Arizona game is going to get moved.
Yes.
It's a noon start for the Cowboys against the Cardinals. So.
And right now,
who schedules a noon game as the last game of the season?
No, it's the second to last. Week 17.
No, 18 weeks.
There's 18 weeks now.
18 weeks.
Gotcha.
So the current Sunday night game for Week 17 is Green Bay, Minnesota. Green Bay right now 5-1, Minnesota 3-3.
Minnesota ain't gonna lay down, man.
But by week 7,
I dare say I kind of like Kirk Cousins.
By week 17,
I know that's not popular.
But
he's actually pretty good.
If it's week 17 and Minnesota is eliminated from contention,
okay, I'm with you there.
And understand the mentality of the Cowboys for NBC. Since I work at NBC, if they can find a way, they find a way.
Mm-hmm.
I remember one year they ended up getting an extra Sunday Night Football game. They flexed into it, and it was Jameis Winston in Tampa Bay. Right. And Tampa Bay was kind of on the border, and they were like, that's good enough for us. Do it. And then one year, the Cowboys and the Oakland Raiders were both struggling a little bit, trying to kind of stay in the playoff race. And they were still mathematical. So the NBC, they're mathematically alive? We're going to do it. And that was the one when Gene Sarator came out there with a piece of paper and measured it. Then Carr ended up fumbling the ball out of it. But that was another Sunday night game where it was like, well, do you flex them? Because, they're not for sure playoff teams, but all NBC needed was enough.
The NFL comes out there with a piece of paper.
You be so
dramatic.
But see, you be
a piece of paper.
But you be so nitpicky.
He was dramatic. Yes, he was.
But no, you be so nitpicky on something like that, and you can't make the call right.
On the quarterback sneak?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
You can't make the call right for the Saints. I never forget that, man. That's the first time I ever accused the league of not doing it right. That's my first time. It changed how I felt about refs. I'm like, you got to change this.
Mm-hmm. And they did.
The whole franchise after the year was over.
Yeah, but then now you can't do it anymore, can you?
No, they did it for a year to appease Sean Payton and the Saints fan base, and then went right on back to saying, "Yep, you take what you get."
Right. The Saints feel like that's what the league does to them all the time.
You'll take what you get. So, to your point there, yes, but unfortunately, it's not that at all. Want to make sure we get this stat. Trevon Diggs, in just 18 career games, Diggs has tallied 10 interceptions. He's the second Cowboy to record 10 picks in the first 18 games of a career, joining Everson Walls, who recorded 12 in the first 18 games.
How many did he have?
10? He's got 10 in 18.
Okay.
What kind of zone is that?
Well, with me, it was just a matter of survival because it was my rookie year. But I guess the zone is you go into the game at 21 years old, knowing you're outmatched physically, you just go in there with a whole different mentality of just not giving up. You know what's going to happen. The Roy Greens are going to be coming at you. The Mark Claytons are going to be coming at you. The Mike Quicks covering 6'7", Harold Carmichael. You know what it's going to be. So you just have to just tune all of that other stuff out, and just make your plays for your team. And when it comes down to it, the game is not about every moment being one-on-one. You see, that's where people get overwhelmed in a ball game. You have to be in the zone to where you can calm yourself down. I always looked at the game like this. I got 4 seconds. To just ramp it up. After those 4 seconds, I've got to ramp it back down mentally, because now I have to realize, okay, instead of being all geeked all the time, I have to realize what they're trying to do to me. I have to realize what the film showed me. What is their pattern? I can't just go on me, Harold Carmichael, Mike Quick going at it. So you have to pick your spots. I'm not going to jump every route. I'm going to play a team game. I'm not going to just worry about what me and this wide receiver are going through. But with Diggs now, his deal is they have gotten the constant pressure. They've created the correct chaos, so to speak, up front. With the Cowboys, I love my front four, but they were held back a lot. I mean, they to tell you that flex defense will hold them back a lot. I'm back there running around like a chicken. Right? You don't have that with Randy Gregory. You don't. Randy's coming. Coming. That quarterback's like, oh man, somebody's at my feet. Somebody's coming here. Boom. Let me just get rid of it. With the flex, unless they let them go with that 61, unless they can let them go with the 61, I'm out there, man, just trying to survive. Trying to survive. And the other thing is, you got to be stubborn as hell. You really got to be stubborn, because you have to say, okay, I'm not going to relent. And that's the way most good DBs play.
All right, let's take a break. When we come back, I want you both to give me one name, a player that you played with who should be in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, in your opinion. All right, when we come back, let's get it from Nate Newton, Everson Walls, and Newy Scruggs.
I got 8 of them.
I got a whole bunch of them.
This is the Players Lounge.
I got to write this down.
Brought to you by Hotels.com on DallasCowboys.com radio.
Oh, man.
Organic pumpkin smoothies are back at Smoothie King with at least 13 grams of protein each and 5 options to choose from. It's easy to find a favorite to help you reach your goals, like the new Keto Champ Pumpkin, packed with a whopping 23 grams of protein and 9 net carbs. It's a quick and nutritious meal on the go. So order online or through the app for pickup or delivery. And power up with pumpkin and protein. Official smoothie of the Dallas Cowboys. Smoothie King. Rule the day.
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
The Cowboys way, where 16 Hall of Famers and 5 championships shows us what success looks like. Where turkey is always the second best part of Thanksgiving Day. Where we are all defined by one single thing, the star. Where we as fans know it's our job to keep the tradition going. Bank of America is proud to be the official bank of the Dallas Cowboys and to support the quest of living life the Cowboys way.
Copyright 2020, Bank of America Corporation.
Hi, I'm Clint Tillison with United Ag and Turf. Before you can park yourself in front of the game, park yourself in a John Deere and power through your chores. Our Land Run package is a 1025R, 25 horsepower tractor with a loader, rotary cutter, and a box blade for $229 a month. And the price you see is the price you'll pay, no surprises. So don't miss another kickoff.
Visit UnitedAgAndTurf.com. Offer ends February 1st, 2021. Restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Now let's get to work.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Cowboys fans, join the NFL in supporting our nation's service members by wearing the latest Dallas Cowboys Salute to Service gear. Visit your local Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop or shop.dallascowboys.com. A Fanatics experience to find all of the full assortment of Salute to Service gear. And I will tell you this, if you like the Salute to Service gear, get it quick. Don't wait around because it sells out every year because they come up with some pretty cool products here. You're in the Players Lounge, brought to you by Hotels.com, our final Players Lounge show of the week. We switched things up for this show. Nate Newton, Everson Walls, two former players joining us on the show. Asked the question before the break. Give me the name of one player you played with that you say should be in the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
And it's amazing how before the show we was listening to Mick Shots and the show before that right there. And me and Douglas Barraclaw was sitting there talking about Hall of Fame players, and because Diggs' name came up. And like I said, every time his name came up, I'm like, wow, why is Everson not in the Ring of Honor in the Hall of Fame? I'm like, I want to ask you, what did you do?
Hey, can you stick to the question, please? You just said I changed, so let's keep it. I changed. Let's keep it at that. Go.
Okay, I just told you, Everson Wall. I'm like that. I got 80 players.
Bro. Oh man, yeah. And see, that's the thing. The ones that I have, some of them I didn't play with because I've been a Cowboy fan, just like you. I've been a Cowboy fan. So, you start talking about, number one, man, Harvey Martin, bro.
Why?
It's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. I mean, the man has 120-plus sacks. You've got guys in the Hall of Fame that have 85 sacks. This man has 120 sacks plus. Talk to me.
I have said this from the time I started watching a whole truckload of Pittsburgh Steelers get into the Hall of Fame. Super Bowl 13 cost the Cowboys a lot of gold jackets. And I feel is that all those Steelers who got in, those would be Cowboys. Because if the Cowboys
that
win
entire decade, really.
If the Cowboys win Super Bowl 13, that is their third Super Bowl win of the decade, the first NFL team to have 3 Super Bowl championships, the first to win it from, in the standpoint of they would have won back-to-back. You would have beaten the Steelers, want you to split. All those things that they needed, if they win that day, gone. And the gold jackets were there. So that's why it takes Drew and Cliff Harris almost till they're 70 years old to get in. And even when they finally got in, Donnie Shell got in. They put another Pittsburgh Steeler in there. God bless Donnie Shell. Okay, glad you're in the Hall.
Bad boy.
But I'm just sitting to myself saying, I'm just saying to myself,
50-something picks.
How many picks you get if you got the steel curtain in front of you?
Man, you're gonna get a lot. But now
I'm just saying.
One feeds the other.
Like I said, good for him to get in.
Yes.
But there's another example that I'm telling you. If the Steelers aren't the team of the 70s, if they don't win Super Bowls, you're not getting that. This is a byproduct of winning.
My thing is,
you're a good
why
man.
Either or?
You're a good man.
Why either Pittsburgh or Cowboys? I mean, you're putting in players from the Raiders. You're putting in players from the freaking Cardinals. Never made a doggone playoff game.
All right, so I'm going to come back into this one. The same thing's happened to the Buffalo Bills. They have their center, Kent Hull. They had a heck of it was a good doggone offensive lineman right there. Kent Hull's really good. When you don't win, Everson, this is what happens. I remember when Paul Krause got in the Hall of Fame, was working in Los Angeles, and they had the press conference there. He went in that same class with LT.
Yeah.
And at the time, no, still today, nobody's got more interceptions. I believe it's 81 interceptions all time than Paul Krause. And I said to him, you're a statistical leader, and you've been bypassed this long? And he's kind of chicken like, yeah, I know. Paul Krause played on 4 Super Bowl teams but never won.
Mm-hmm.
Mick Tinglehoff, their center. I mean, my gosh, by the time they rolled Mick Tinglehoff out there, the guy couldn't even speak.
Yeah.
But when you don't win Super Bowls, when you lose, it hurts. And I'm just saying, I'm not saying it's right, but it is consistent when we start looking at how guys didn't get in, and it's hard, man.
You know what, man?
So
all of that sounds good.
Okay.
And ain't none of it correct.
I'm not saying it is, Nate. I'm just telling you.
When I look at a guy of your ilk, you are a sportscaster, you are a journalist.
But I don't get to vote.
You don't get to vote. But that's what I'm saying. Now you have another notch. Don't you supposed to be a little more responsible than to say, okay, this, I'm making up something. I'm not saying nobody told me this. But who do the Cowboys think they are? I dare them to win 20 straight years and be in the NFC Championship game 15 of those years. I dare you. So you know what? What did Harvey Martin ever do besides be a great personality? Not you. I can go to the Steelers media. I can go to any media person and say, man, why? Give me a reason why. You know what? He'll hide behind his little so-called, you know what, my sources. Mm-hmm. Come on, man. Be a man or be a woman and do the right thing.
Now, I'm going to also go into this, okay? There was a backlog, and give Rick Gosselin and Shereen Williams a lot of credit.
They've been fighting for us.
Yeah,
okay?
they have.
Where you saw resumes that were clearly Hall of Fame worthy that just had been bypassed. So Bob Hayes, why did it wait till the seniors committee to get Bob? Rayfield Wright.
Man.
Okay?
Man, come on, man.
What you doing? So
Come
you got
on,
Rayfield.
man.
So
how many All-Pros?
Right. So
Give me a break.
you're watching a cleanup for the Cowboys happen because when they were on the ballot, they weren't there. You finally get on the ballot your last year.
My last year. Like a Hail Mary. They called it a Hail Mary.
So how does this happen that you've got the interception career numbers that you do and you're not in the room until the end? Who was in the room?
You know what? I got to say this, guys, and I've said it before. I'm just going to say it for real. We eat our own. We eat our own. You know, when you look at the old regime, they didn't care anything about any Cowboys making the Hall of Fame. All they cared about was keeping your contracts down. And in order to keep contracts down, you cannot laud your players' abilities to do whatever. You cannot laud their All-Pros. You know, I'm not going to go out there and tell Rayfield Wright, all these 10 All-Pros, man, this guy here is amazing, media. Oh, I'm Coach Landry. I'm Tex Schramm. This guy, I'm Gil Brandt. This guy right here is the guy. All right, well, here come negotiation time. What's up? Oh, well, nah, man, we can't. Hey, you know, we don't really just, you know, we're going to put you here. So, man, I'm just saying, this is what happens. I've heard this from fellow Cowboy Hall of Famers. What took Mel Renfro so long? What took Rayfield Wright so long? I've heard it from Cowboy NFL Hall of Famers. What you said may be true. Nate may be totally wrong about what he said about what you said. It was very articulate. Some of it could be true. But when it comes down to it, you got to look within. No one pushed. I'll just start with me. No one pushed Everson Walls for Hall of Fame. We had no Hall of Fame writer here in Dallas pushing for Harvey Martin.
Correct.
Okay? So let's just be real about that.
Correct.
All right?
And that's why I went and said, in a kind way, Rick Gosselin, Shereen Williams.
Yeah, thank God for them.
Have done a cleanup.
Cleanup.
But don't it take how many votes to get in?
But here's the thing, Nate. It all comes from the organization. The organization has to push you.
Yeah, I understand. More important, put you in the ring of honor.
Yes.
More important. But you can't tell me that at least 4 sacks for Harvey Martin ain't against the Steelers. You can't tell. Come on.
Super Bowl MVP.
Yes. Come on, man.
So
and no ring of honor. He's from Dallas.
Everybody
he was born and raised here.
Everybody that I argue for is a leader or some type of MVP or some type of decade.
Harvey was born before the Dallas Cowboys was born.
Can I also tell you another thing, especially when I was there in Canton, that I heard? How many more Cowboys do we need to put in here? I mean,
same many you got Steelers.
That's right. Okay. And Raiders.
And I'm just telling. Now, Raider fan says they've been getting snubbed.
They have.
Raider fan is upset. Now, I did have
Stabler's not in.
No, he's in.
His daughter was mad about it.
Well, he died, and then they put him.
Okay.
Which was another shame. You got guilted into putting him in the hall.
Come on, man.
Same thing with Cliff, you know.
I don't care. I don't care. I'm talking about Cowboys.
Yeah, go ahead.
And so one writer told me, said, for the Raiders, they had one Super Bowl during that time. How many guys are getting in for just one Super Bowl? So this is an issue with a whole lot of teams. And when you're there at the Hall of Fame and you're talking about voters, Think of voters like Congress. They're there for their constituents.
That's right.
And now it's a whole political battle. Remember that whole wide receiver thing we went on for a while? Well, Michael Irvin's not going to get in, but we're going to put Chris Carter in. Andre Reed had to wait. And then it was Tim Bradley. I was like, I'm not voting for this guy until you vote for my guy. I mean, there's so much going on there,
That went with me between Gosselin was trying to work with Sal Antonio.
Sal Palantonio.
Yeah, he was pushing Dawkins. And Gosselin was trying to push me, and he just told Goose, he said, no, I'm not voting for it.
Yeah, Bob Hayes, sorry. Bob.
The Miami Dolphins, the Dallas Cowboys, the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Raiders owned from the 70s, 80s, and most of the 90s. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
And look, Minnesota had 4 great teams under Bud Grant. They've got a few guys in, but I'm just saying there are some fantastic. Now, I go back into, somebody had mentioned Ken Riley, Cincinnati.
Come on, man. 65 picks as a cornerback in the Cincinnati market? Give me a break.
Can't get in. Ken Anderson, an MVP who went to a Super Bowl. He can't get in. So the list of guys that people come with, another name of the Hall of Fame I kept hearing for the Denver contingent. They're like, where's Randy Gradishaw?
That's it. I was going to say that.
It's like, where's Randy Gradishaw? So while you're right about Harvey Martin, Nate, you're right about what Everson's candidacy.
My guys are leaders and MVPs
and
of major sporting events. Not somebody that done played 85 years. I'm talking about impact, short term and long.
Yeah.
See, when I never had an issue because my thing was the list is short and it's distinguished. Nobody's been put in there that don't deserve to be in there until this last 4 times. I'm seeing people like, hold on, I used to block this dude in the dirt.
Dude.
I used to crush this dude. I used to watch film on him on Wednesday and didn't watch no more film the rest of the week, and he in the Hall of Fame.
Man,
for real?
I went to the Hall of Fame for the Hall of Fame game. I mentioned this on Mix Shots. I'm looking at the T-shirt of the 2 classes that went in. They had a T-shirt.
Come on, man.
I saw Atwater's name up there, and that's all I had to see. I'm ready to go back home. That just got me. I mean, I like the kid. Once again, when I didn't make it, they said, Walls, I thought you made it. They said, you should have made it. I said, man, we all should make it. That's not the point.
Right.
Atwater, hell of a player. But I see him in there before me. I'm sorry, man. That's when my pride comes out. And I'm like, hold up, man. What is going on here? Because I tried my best not to pay attention to that crap until I was in. Now, once they were trying to put me in, then I started noticing all of these discrepancies that I saw. And one of them that I still see to this day, wasn't happening when I was going in. How you going to put John Lynch, is that his name?
Yes.
Yeah.
Before Darren Woodson? Would you put John Lynch in before Darren Woodson?
I go back into this whole voting block and the politics that go in.
You got to have a TV show. Is that what it is? You got to be on TV, huh? You got to be an announcer.
All I know is.
Remember when Dan Deerdorf got in?
I never had a problem.
He was doing Monday Night Football.
I never had a problem.
Howie Long is in.
I never had a problem.
Give me a break.
Not when
I get it that he was a good player. They had a good team, but how you going to put him in before? If you're going to put Howie in, then Too Tall Jones needs to be in. Let's just be real.
I'm going to stick to this here. This guy led the league how many times?
3.
That's impact. It's 2 ways I heard you can get in. Impact the league in an unknown way in a short term, or over a long term be a player of a high standard.
Right.
He did it every year. Harvey Martin did it every year.
Every year.
Nate, you are correct.
Yeah, what about Nate?
And I go into
I don't care. You know what? I don't care. As long as I can get me about 5 or 6 more Cowboys in, I'm in.
I go back.
I'm in.
But one of the arguments that I kept having for Cliff and Drew was based on the standards you gave for the Hall of Fame.
That's right.
You
set the standard.
Criteria.
Thank you.
They've met the criteria. So, is there hypocrisy? Is there frustration? Of course it is.
There's a moving of the goalpost.
So, this is what it is. But anyway, Nate Newton. Fun to work with you, Everson Walls.
I'm blocking half of these dudes, man. I done crushed half of these dudes they done played in the last 4 years.
You're going to talk on the way out.
I couldn't even watch no film.
Talk on the way out.
I would stop watching film on Wednesday. Thursday, Friday, I would be over here.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!